Story 1. It is a good burger and the price is fair. That is really all that is needed to justify its popularity. Is it the greatest burger ever? Not by a long shot. For what you pay, especially nowadays with competitors like Five Guys costing a lot, it is pretty good. Story 2. It is good. I have certainly had better versions of everything on the menu. It is certainly decent. Story 3. I did not regret trying it, but I also do not feel deprived. Story 4. Double fries and drink is $11.90. It is a basic simple cheeseburger made with fresh ingredients. Inexpensive and solid. Are you looking for a $25 boutique burger? Go elsewhere. Gordon Ramsay eats it every time he flies into Los Angeles. The first time he had one in the restaurant, then went through the drive-thru for another. Anthony Bourdain also swore by them. Story 5. Burgers are a good price and decent for fast food. Fries are mediocre. Burgers are fairly similar to something like McDonald's McDouble. The McDouble scores 74, and the In-N-Out equivalent scores about 87. They are cheap, small, greasy, meat and cheese-forward burgers, but they are decent quality. Story 6. The food itself is good, and the menu offers a straightforward selection. They are known for having some of the best employee treatment of any fast food chain, which makes them great. I cannot say it is always worth the 25-minute wait, but they make good food, and no one has to be stuck with an undesirable task to prepare it. I greatly respect them for that. Story 7. Honestly, yes, it is worth the hype. The simplicity of a good burger done well should not be understated, and In-N-Out nails that. Story 8. It did. It is my first stop every time I am in Las Vegas. I am sold. Story 9. Burgers are good for the price. Shakes are great, but the fries are awful. Story 10. I tried In-N-Out when I visited California, and honestly, it was just okay. I think the hype comes more from its regional novelty than the actual food. It is good, but it is still fast food at the end of the day. Story 11. German here. I loved it. We went 3 times over 3 weeks. Amazing burger that tastes like it's homemade and somehow costs half the price of worse burgers from other places. The ridiculous price difference alone is something that simply cannot be beaten. Story 12. Pretty good hamburgers for the price. Maybe the worst French fries I have ever had. Story 13. Fries are terrible. Burgers are fine. I dream about the chocolate milkshake. Story 14. I have to say, coming from New York City and having an In-N-Out burger was probably the best fast food burger I have ever had, especially for the price. Story 15. Recently went to Los Angeles as a European. Had the famous In-N-Out. I was shocked the milkshakes in the United States do not have this crystalline texture. The burger was excellent. I had too much fast food on this trip and longed for the healthy food my mom cooks back home. 9 out of 10. Story 16. I'm from New Zealand, and my mother, father, and brother moved to San Diego in 2012. When I visited them in 2013, they didn't hype it up. They just said it was pretty good. My brother took me to their local In-N-Out, and we got the cheeseburgers. I thought it looked pretty good. I started eating it and thought, yeah, this is pretty good. When I finished, I thought it was a solid burger and really enjoyed it. About an hour after we left, I really wanted another one. Now, anytime I go to California, the first thing I do is go to In-N-Out. I don't like hyping it up because for me, the experience wasn't mind-blowing. It was just good food and being around family. I found that when I tell people about it like that, they are more likely to enjoy it. I refer lots of family to it when they visit my parents. Story 17. There is one here in Colorado Springs. The non-Californians dislike it. There is so much negative talk. Story 18. I recall that I enjoyed the burger, but at the same time did not get the hype. It just did not seem that special, and the fries were underwhelming at best. I used to live near one of the original Five Guys locations in Virginia, and I remember thinking In-N-Out did not come close. However, Five Guys has now franchised, and that original location I used to live near is gone. Admittedly, when I go to one now, it is just not the same and is much more expensive. So I have to wonder if the hype for In-N-Out started when it was better quality, and now suffers from the same effects of expansion and franchising that Five Guys did, or if the location I visited was not as good as it could have been. Anyway, I would definitely go back to In-N-Out. It was good, just not quite as good as some of my West Coast friends raved about, in my opinion. Story 19. I went a few times when traveling in California, and I thought the double-double was excellent every time. They opened a few in Texas, but they were not as good. In California, I thought the habit was better. Story 20. They recently came to Colorado, and I really like it. They have a clean, busy establishment with great employees. The food is well priced compared to fast food inflation from inferior brands. I would say they live up to their reputation. Story 21. Cost to quality definitely makes me wish there was one on the East Coast. The competitors out there have outrageous prices. For example, if there is a Shake Shack next to an In-N-Out, I would definitely go to In-N-Out. Story 22. Was not impressed at all. Had one after I came here to Colorado. I have not seen any reason to go back. Culver's is much better. Story 23. The consistency of the customer service, good quality, and price point make it invaluable in today's fast food and food service options. Story 24. I prefer Culver's. In-N-Out is decent but does not live up to the hype at all. Story 25. Definitely not. Fries are mediocre and burgers are decent, especially for the price. It would not have been disappointing if Californians had not hyped it up so much. Story 26. I moved to the Bay Area from Chicago, and my new team took me to eat at In-N-Out. It was okay, nothing amazing. I had it one other time and have no desire to have it again. Yes, I know about the secret menu, and no, I do not want anything animal style. Story 27. We all enjoyed it. Quality food, excellent for the price, great service and setup. We have had better burgers, fries, and shakes, but not at an actual fast food place. It outperforms Five Guys, and I have eaten at the original location many times. Still, we prefer our hometown Swenson's, but would be glad to have some In-N-Out move to Ohio. Story 28. I am from New York City and it is fine. The same applies to Chick-fil-A. They offer basic foods, so it is good when you put in the effort. Neither is something I would say is incredible or a must. Story 29. Aside from the fries tasting like cardboard, their burgers are the most consistent and good-tasting burgers at the price point. Story 30. Dave's Single at Wendy's is my favorite burger. Go ahead and downvote. My opinion is not changing. Story 31. I love In-N-Out. It is my first stop after leaving Los Angeles International Airport. It is also overhyped. These two things can be true at the same time. Story 32. The burger is okay. The fries are poor. Coming from the Midwest where we had Culver's, I never found it to be very special. I would go every now and then, but not if I had to wait more than about 10 minutes in total. Eating inside is unpleasant. The wait is horrible. Story 33. Grew up in Arizona, now in Missouri. In-N-Out is amazing and I am about to speak blasphemy to some way better than White Castle. I miss being able to get In-N-Out whenever, and they were always quick with my order, and it was never messed up. Definitely lives up to the hype in my opinion. Story 34. Oh yes. In-N-Out burger is awesome. Want to know what it is? It's not just the reasonable price compared to every other fast food burger. It's the fresh taste you get that's very unique to In-N-Out burger. I bite into a double-double and everything tastes genuinely fresh. The vegetables taste like they actually came from a garden, were washed, chopped, and served. The American cheese they use is much better than the strange-tasting cheese product you get at McDonald's or Five Guys. The buns taste fresh too, and the presentation is literally Michelin star level. It's a really unique taste. I've had better burgers in other places, but not for that price, and not with the level of uniqueness that In-N-Out has. Culver's, for example, isn't bad at all, but it tastes like a cheeseburger, a decent cheeseburger, but nothing about it stands out. In-N-Out stands out with its own unique flavors. Totally lives up to the hype for me. I love that place. I want a double-double now. Story 35. I moved here about a year ago and I love the burgers very much. I am not a big fan of the fries though. The price is better than all the other fast food burger places, and they seem like a decent company. Somehow, their prices are lower and their workers are better paid than all the other places. Story 36. Visited Los Angeles and San Bernardino from Dublin, Ireland for California Jam back in 2017, and of course, ate In-N-Out in 3 different locations. The one on Sunset Boulevard, one close to Los Angeles International Airport, and the one in San Bernardino itself. Honestly, I do not understand the hype at all. Story 37. High-key hot take for the Texans reading this, but In-N-Out tastes leagues better than Whataburger. My nearest Whataburger is 10 minutes down the road in either direction. My nearest In-N-Out is 45 minutes away. I would drive to In-N-Out before I eat at Whataburger. Whataburger tastes plain and average. It has become so expensive, like most fast food, that it's not worth my time. In-N-Out has raised prices, but it tastes great. However, I wouldn't eat their fries. Give me another burger. Story 38. No, not even close. I've gotten better food at Wendy's. Those fries are pitiful too. Story 39. I'm confused by the idea of hype surrounding that business. I heard they had good, cheap burgers, and that they make a lot of them quickly and consistently, and those things have proven to be true. It's pretty simple stuff, and I'm inclined to say if somebody believes a bunch of hype about fast food, they are just setting themselves up to be disappointed. Those McDonald's Happy Meal ads used to look so tasty when I was a kid. Then I got one, and it was just a regular boring hamburger and fries. I learned the fast food hype lesson right there. Story 40. As a person from the United Kingdom who first visited Los Angeles when I was 16, I can still taste that double cheeseburger. It was the absolute best burger I had ever had in my entire life. I am not exaggerating. I still think about that burger from time to time. I remember having at least 3 that day. Where I am from in Europe, the burgers have always been average, so for me, In-N-Out Burger was otherworldly. I literally applied to the University of California, Los Angeles, and I am now committing to the University of California, Los Angeles this fall, obviously because it is a good university, but also for the In-N-Out Burger that is a 5-minute walk from campus. Story 41. It was okay as a gimmick. I would not stand in line for it again. At that time, we were mainly looking for the Bible texts on the packaging because that is truly alien to a European. Story 42. No regionally popular burger places have maintained their quality. In-N-Out, Whataburger, and others are all moderately average. It is likely that people consider them good because they grew up with them, which shaped their palate. Story 43. I want to order a double-double with grilled onions, not raw, and fries animal style with special sauce and melted cheese. In my opinion, it is overhyped. Story 44. I live in California, and there are many better options than In-N-Out. However, all the other options cost about $15 or more just for the hamburger. Story 45. Not for me. It was fine, but Culver's is still my favorite regional chain. I did like a fish chain we tried in California. Rubio's, I think. That was tasty. Whataburger was more disappointing, though. A burger that tastes like Sonic, which is fine, but all of the ones I have tried in this region are shockingly slow. Story 46. To me, it did not live up to the hype. It was not bad, but everyone I know from California talks like it is the world's best burger. It is a fast food chain. Is it better than McDonald's, Burger King, and others? Yeah, probably, but the hype had me expecting something mid to high-end in quality. Story 47. It was like a fancy Big Mac to me, nothing life-changing. Story 48. No, it was the blandest burger I have ever eaten and the fries were just kind of stale feeling. They were not actually stale, but they were too tough. It was weird. I heard afterwards that apparently the burger needed wild style or animal style to taste good. But that was not on the menu, so I did not know it existed. I do not care to try it again. It was cheap though. I will give it that. But it also took about 15 minutes to get our food, and we even ate inside. Story 49. It's okay. Culver's is much better. Ask any Midwesterner. They will tell you. It is not that In-N-Out is bad, but they have a very small menu, and their fries are often overcooked to the point of tasting dry and burnt. If you have a large menu, it makes sense that some items turn out better than others, but In-N-Out has only 3 items. How do you mess up one of them? Story 50. Hey Seattle, how do In-N-Out burgers compare to Dick's Drive-In Burgers? Story 51. No. Awful burger, awful fries. It really was not good at all. I had to struggle to eat it because I was very hungry. Why was it so small? Why did it have a religious quote? Why did they not just make a better hamburger like everyone else on earth except McDonald's? Story 52. Nope. It was edible, but it was a middle-of-the-road burger and the fries were kind of dry. I would not refuse to eat there or anything, but my one trip was in 2012 and I have not bothered to go back. For the record, that one trip was during my move to California, where I lived for 3 years. I still did not bother to go back. Story 53. I'm from Pennsylvania. I had it 3 times in my life, and on a scale of 1 to 10, it was about a 3 each time. Somebody has to wake you people up who love this place so much. Story 54. I moved to California and it is one of the most mystifying things to me. It is not bad, but it is not worth waiting in line for. I have been there about a dozen times over many years at different stores, and it is always the most unremarkable burger in a very busy, claustrophobic place. Story 55. In my opinion, no. I am from Ohio and we have Swenson's, which I think is much better. Story 56. It was fine. I assume California has no other burgers anywhere in the state given the positive reviews for this very average burger. Story 57. It is definitely one of the burgers for sale. There is nothing special about it, and I have no idea why the place always seems to be so busy. I have been told that you have to order from the secret menu to make it good. Why do I need to do extra work to order a burger? Story 58. The food quality is poor. The fries are pre-stale. People say you have to order them with extra toppings, but they still do not taste good. The burgers are mediocre. It is better than McDonald's, but that is not a high standard. Overall, it is overhyped. Story 59. Just had it recently. It's like a Five Guys Junior Varsity version. Still good, but not amazing. What stunned us was the price. Burger, fries, and drink for 2 adults was less than $19 in Hollywood. Story 60. It is a really good fast food burger at a reasonable price. It might have been the best price to quality fast food I have ever had. So yes and no, I guess. It is fundamentally fast food. Story 61. Double, fries well done, and a drink. All for $12. Totally worth it. Story 62. I had In-N-Out a couple of times when I visited California last year and thought it was pretty good. Story 63. I am from Canada and was in Los Angeles for a couple of nights for work. A few people wanted to check out the Hollywood sign, so I naturally took a 20-minute walk to In-N-Out and sat in a corner eating by myself. I was advised to go full on animal style. The burger was great, but the fries were not so good. I would rate it 7 out of 10 and would do it again minus the animal style fries. Story 64. I like it. I definitely crave it because we do not have access to it unless we go out west. We were also the same way with Chick-fil-A until we moved south, and now we never eat it or care to. Story 65. I only tried the French fries with that unusual sauce, cheese, and onions. It was not bad. I liked it. Story 66. There is something in the combination of the buttery toasted bun and grilled onions that I have never tasted its equal in a fast food burger. Story 67. Where I live, we have a place called Dick's Burgers. In-N-Out was basically a better Dick's, so I enjoyed it. The two always get compared for some reason, but I liked In-N-Out better. Story 68. Will you be eating in your car? Pick it up. Story 69. My daughter has a dairy and egg allergy. In-N-Out has an allergy button where they mark down the allergy, follow it through the line, and cook it in a dedicated part of the grill. This is the reason my daughter was able to have drive-through memories with her family. Story 70. Comparing it to other West Coast burger places, it is one of the better burgers. It is also decent for the price. Comparing it to burger places across the country, it is nothing special. Story 71. No, but it was very good, and I do wish we had them here. It is not really their fault they have been hyped up to be something they are not. Story 72. I was in Las Vegas last year and we stopped at In-N-Out. The burger was good, the fries were good, and the drink, some sort of lemonade, was good. It wasn't the best burger in the world, but it was good. What I really enjoyed was the cost and service. My combo came out to about $9, which is a fair price, especially when you would be hard-pressed to find a fast food burger combo in Canada for less than 15 Canadian dollars. The cashier was very friendly, and there was also a staff member on the main floor going around cleaning all empty tables immediately. Our location was very busy, and my friend and I managed to snag a table after ordering. We didn't really care that it was dirty, just wanted a place to sit and eat. But a staff member quickly offered to wipe it down for us, which was a pleasant surprise. I can't say I am used to that amount of service here. Story 73. My wife and I have this argument all the time because I am from New York City, and she is from Los Angeles. She swears it is the absolute best, and I am Team Shake Shack. Here is the thing, In-N-Out Burger has a great burger. It even feels healthier than some. I have no complaints. But the fries, man, the fries are terrible. I have to get them with cheese on top just to tolerate them, which is also not great. It is like a piece of Kraft cheese melted on top in a microwave. I have tried them all kinds of ways too, like light and crispy. It is a no for me, dog. Story 74. Overly salty burgers and the extremely unpleasant French fries. The fries are truly disgusting. Story 75. So overhyped. Both Burger King and McDonald's are better. Story 76. It is a really good, quick service burger with good service and a pleasant atmosphere. Is it the best burger in the world? No. However, I still look forward to eating there when I am near one. Story 77. Tried it several times. It's fine. I don't understand the hype. I've tried a lot of local burger shops, and they are generally better than In-N-Out. Story 78. It was on par with other fast food, I feel. It is fast food. Fast food is not great. My nieces thought it was awful. It was worse than any other fast food. Probably because we waited in line and unintentionally hyped it up. But yeah, it is not great. Story 79. To me, yes, it is delicious, consistent, fresh, and reasonably priced. I would take it over most fast food burger joints on most days. Story 80. I loved it the first time I tried it. It is a very nostalgic burger for me, and it is always really good in quality and taste. I like that they are simple and consistent. I just hate the wait times. Story 81. I am not from California and have many of them in Phoenix. They are good. Story 82. Good burger. I hate their menu. I especially hate secret menus. Just show me my options. Do not make me get upset about it. Story 83. I'm from Colorado, and we got our first In-N-Out a few years ago. I was very excited when I heard they were bringing one here, but after I tried it, it really wasn't a big deal. I don't see why there is so much hype around it. One thing I do like about it is that it is very affordable, so if you are on a tight budget, it is a good option. Story 84. Definitely lives up to the hype. Simple and really delicious. As lame as it might sound, the whole off-menu thing is a cool little gimmick. Love the t-shirts as well. Story 85. Yes, the burger is amazing. You need to know the secret menu though. Story 86. Pretty basic, run-of-the-mill burger. Was very disappointed. Story 87. Not at all. The burger was very average in my opinion. It was a good price though. The fries were disappointing. They reminded me of the dried-out fries my high school used to serve. Maybe I would have a better opinion if the lines were shorter, but waiting an hour was not worth it. Story 88. It was fine, better than typical fast food, but not worthy of a full pilgrimage that people describe. It was also a bit overpriced. Story 89. Yes. Is it the best burger ever? No. It is a good, fresh burger with fresh-cut fries for a reasonable price. I would rather have it than Five Guys anytime. Story 90. I hated it. The burger was flavorless and felt like I was eating a child's toy. Additionally, it was room temperature, and some of the fries were still frozen. Story 91. No, McDonald's is better, and their wild animal style is literally Thousand Island dressing. It is disgusting. Just go to McDonald's and don't waste your time and money. Story 92, Texan here. They are okay. But those who say that they are better than Whataburger are out of their minds. Story 93, no, not even close. I'm a travel writer, X-Line cook, and a super taster, so I've tried just about every regional cult burger there is. In-N-Out, while a perfectly serviceable burger, doesn't even crack my top 10 best burgers list. It largely gets extra hype for two reasons. 1. The secret menu nonsense. 2. Californians have a cultural superiority complex and like to pretend that whatever they have just has to be better than whatever's available anywhere else, just because it's from California. Don't get me wrong, it's fine, good ingredients and fresh, but the end result is really underwhelming. I've had far better burgers at places like Smash Burger, Fat Burger, Umami Burger, Blake's Lotabiga, Farmer Boy's Whataburger, and the by far best quick service burger in existence, Culver's. It's definitely worth a try. Just don't expect to be wowed. Oh, and even In-N-Out fans freely admit the fries are terrible. So there's that too. Story 94. Not at all. The problem is that Californians act like it is the best burger ever, when in reality it is an above-average fast food burger with poor fries. It is certainly nothing special. Everyone thinks they are so cool for ordering it animal style off the so-called secret menus that everyone knows about and that are basically a marketing gimmick. I would take Five Guys over In-N-Out any day, although I recognize there is a price difference. Story 95. Did not like it at all. Tasteless and flavorless, especially the fries. Absolutely not worth the hype. That is just my opinion. Others obviously disagree since the place is always busy with long drive-through lines. Story 96. I love it. Decent food, no complicated menu trying to upsell you, and they properly pay their staff. Story 97. I know this is directed at people who are not from California, but as a Californian, I want to chime in. In-N-Out is excellent if you order animal style. If not, it is not very special. It is very affordable, but if you ignore the price, I would choose Shake Shack or Five Guys over a regular In-N-Out burger every day of the week. Also, their fries are bad if they are animal style. Story 98. Burgers that are better. Culver's, Five Guys, Whataburger, Backyard, Sonic. I would rather have Rallies or Hardee's, but I recognize those are more debatable. Also, I cannot stand that people point to Gordon Ramsay being a fan as proof that In-N-Out is the best thing since the 1972 Dolphins. Story 99. No. We have had a franchise in the Midwest for the last 50 years called Steak and Shake, and the burgers are exactly the same. Actually, Shake Shack out east is a copy of Steak and Shake. I found an article where the creator admitted that he made Shake Shack in New York because he missed Steak and Shake. I suspect In-N-Out is a West Coast copy too. Plus, In-N-Out's fries are terrible. Anyway, we have a way better franchise than all of them from Wisconsin called Culver's. Similar burgers but better. Everything is good there, plus clean, good service, decent prices, and great custard. A real throwback. Story 100. It is fine. It is decent for its price, but it is average, just like Burger King and McDonald's. Five Guys still reigns supreme. Thanks a bunch for sticking around till the end of the video. Remember to subscribe, and until next time, stay awesome and goodbye.